it's Vikram, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to be more confident at public speaking. Public speaking is something that really conjures up some serious fear inside you, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't have to be, because I'm going to be sharing with you the exact strategies that took me from being someone who was terribly frightened of being on stage to where now I'm no longer fearful. In fact, I'm very confident about speaking to hundreds, if not thousands of people on stage. And soon you will be able to do the same. So if you stick around with me till the very end of this video, I'm going to show you that public speaking is not as hard as you might think. In fact, it's a simple step-by-step process that you can learn, and ultimately, even if you're not very good at it right now, you can improve your skill at it and choose to become a master at it if that's what you desire. So whether you're a beginner to the game of public speaking, you're an intermediate and you have some experience on stage, or you're an expert and you're very used to speaking to large groups of people, you will find useful what I have to share. The first tip to becoming more confident at public speaking is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you haven't done that already. I'm kidding. But if you could please take half a second to hit that like button, it would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. So actually, what you need to remember when it comes to public speaking and improving your confidence is that it's never a performance, it's only a conversation. What do I mean by this? I've seen this time and again that we have this innate need to impress other people, particularly when we're on stage. And the truth is that you're not doing yourself any favors by putting that much pressure on yourself. Sometimes even when I'm on screen filming these videos, I put the same amount of pressure on myself, and that impedes my ability to deliver value to you. And that's when I need to remind myself that it's not a performance, it's a conversation that I'm having with you. And hey, I get it, when you're in front of a large audience or even a small audience, it can be intimidating at first. And that's when this cognitive reframe of understanding that it's not a performance, you're not here to impress people, you're just here to talk to them. If you can reframe your thoughts in this manner, this one thing can really transform your public speaking skill. Finding it hard to break the ice? Is your throat maybe caught up and you're not able to say what's in your mind? Well, just start talking to them as you may be talking to a friend. What is it that you might tell a friend that you can tell the audience? How would you respond back if your friend responded in a certain way to what you had to share? It is this kind of thinking that is going to assist you on your journey towards becoming a better public speaker. And honestly, you don't have to be a great communicator to accomplish this. You just need to know how to speak to people and have them respond back to you. And asking questions is a great way to get the ball rolling. How are you? How's it going? What did you guys do yesterday? These are some highly simple ideas that can turn something that seems like a performance into a conversation. So the next time that you find yourself in front of an audience, you're feeling a bit fearful, just remember that it's not a performance, you're just talking to someone as if you're talking to a friend. I promise you, if you do this, you will have no problems moving ahead. I remember back in the day when I had no public speaking skills, one of the major things that I struggled with was having the words come out of my mouth. So if you've ever been there, you will find tip number 2 to be supremely helpful. And that is to breathe. Yes, you gotta remember to breathe. The reality is that when we're on stage, we're not thinking right. And at the same time, our body is functioning in a certain way that we're not accustomed to. When we're on stage, it's not just the fact that we're thinking about a whole bunch of things. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? But it's also the fact that our body is not in line with our thoughts. And during those times when you maybe have a brain fart on stage and you're not able to come up with anything, this is a very simple yet effective solution that you can apply. All you have to do is breathe deeply and ground yourself. Collect those thoughts and get in the zone first. Remember to smile. That always helps too. If you can take those extra few seconds to breathe and compose yourself, you are going to not only deliver a better speech, but you're going to have a more effective conversation with the audience for sure. Remember that people will respect and appreciate you more if you take the time to deliver more for them. Just remember, the one-stop solution to dealing with any amount of fear that you might be experiencing. You want to feel more confident when you're speaking in front of an audience. Just remember to breathe slowly, and then give them a nice wide smile. The third thing that allowed me to become a better public speaker and created a perception of confidence in the eyes of the audience was to become a great storyteller. Honestly, this is one of the simplest and most underrated skills when it comes to public speaking. Have you ever heard a great story from one of your friends or family members? Whenever this person comes to mind, don't you think about how great a storyteller they are? Well, this is another great place for you to learn from. How do they start telling the story? How do they set the scene? How do they build suspense as they continue telling the story? How do they deliver that punchline with so much effect and so much zazz? You'd be surprised to know that it's not so hard to deliver a great story to an audience. Stories work great in a public speaking setting because they allow you to build a strong connect with the audience even if they don't know you. We have been told stories ever since we were kids. And by you telling a great quality story to your audience, you can take them back to that place and make them feel that way again. You could maybe share a funny story, something scary that happened to you once. It could even be something romantic with a nice moral at the end. Even a personal experience can go a long way towards connecting with your audience like never before. This strategy is so effective that if you mastered this one ability to tell a great story to your audience, you have crossed 50% of the barriers when it comes to improving your public speaking skill. What I found works great when it comes to speaking in front of an audience is coming straight from the heart. Be as real as you can. People really want to connect with you and they want to get to know the real you. So think about how you can work in a story into your talk the next time you have to speak to an audience, and I promise you, you will win them over. Comment down below and let me know what you think are the qualities of a great storyteller and what a great story should have that I haven't already mentioned here. And by the way, if you want a deeper understanding of how you can clear your mind to function and perform better, especially when you're in a public speaking setting, then make sure you hit the I button and check out this video that I made on how to clear your mind. It will help you out tremendously. Step number 4 is to engage your audience. What am I talking about here? Well, get them to raise their hand. Again, you can ask them questions. You can even speak to an individual member of the audience as you do this. Get them to do an activity with you. Try and make it fun for them. Majority of people struggle with this one thing, and that is why they never become great public speakers. Have you ever had this happen to you? You maybe started off things and things were going well, and then somewhere midway you lost the audience. They stopped paying attention and they were just talking amongst themselves. I know I have. Remember that when it comes to engaging your audience effectively, deliver an experience for them. The goal is to get them to participate with you. Whether or not what you're talking about is good, it's bad, or even boring sometimes, you need to remember that if you want your audience to stay with you and not lose them, you have to continually get them to participate with you in the conversation. Sometimes we can be really self-obsessed on stage. We're concentrating so much on ourselves and how we are doing, when we tend to forget what the audience might want to hear and how we can deliver the best kind of value for them. The best advice I have for you if you genuinely want to engage better with your audience is to smash the like button and comment down below if you haven't done that already. No, but seriously, if you really want to engage with your audience, I highly encourage you to try different things. See what works and what doesn't work. What moves your audience and what doesn't move them. It's this clear understanding of what your audience wants to do more of that is going to help you in the long run. The more you can get your audience to engage and participate with you, the more confident you're going to feel every single time you step on stage. Or at least make sure that you don't put them to sleep. The fifth and most important key when it comes to improving your confidence at public speaking is to speak more often. You need to speak as often as you can and at every opportunity that presents itself. When I realized that I wanted to take this public speaking thing seriously, I spared no expense. I took every single chance that I could in order to speak in front of an audience just so that I could improve my skill. And I want to let you know that I messed up so many times. I can't even begin to count the number of mistakes I made whenever I spoke in front of an audience. Even my very first YouTube video, it was filled with so many mistakes and I had to spend so much time editing out all of them. But I'll tell you what, I didn't stop. I kept going with it despite those mistakes. And now I'm proud to say that I am way ahead of where I once was. And that's why I want to let you know that wherever you are right now in your public speaking journey, that it is relative to how often you speak, how many times you make those mistakes. That is what is going to allow you to break through and ultimately come out on the other side a better speaker. I am not the greatest orator, I'm not the greatest communicator, and I make loads of mistakes to this day. But I continue to put in the effort, and I promise you that if you do the same thing, you will find yourself on the other side a much more confident public speaker no matter what. Becoming a more confident speaker on stage, or really becoming confident at anything, you need to understand that there is a process that you need to go through and a system towards achieving it. So if you're interested in taking your knowledge to the next level, then I highly encourage you to check out the Super Confidence Training System. It's a full-fledged confidence unlocking training system that I have developed myself, that I continue to use to this day, that my students have applied in their own lives. You will find it of tremendous benefit. So if you're interested in that, link in the description below, make sure you check it out. You can even check out this playlist right here that will allow you to increase your confidence significantly. In the meantime, make sure you follow all of these tips that I've shared with you in this video. Make sure you stay at it. That's the most important lesson that I have to share with you when it comes to improving your ability as a public speaker. And if you do this, I promise you that you will set yourself apart from all of the people who consider themselves okay public speakers, while you are going to wow your audience with your message. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video of value, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and share this video with your friends and family so that they too can be introduced to the skill of public speaking and how they can improve it. And hey, if you made it till the very end of the video, congratulations. Comment down below and let me know. I will reply to your comment. Feel free to add me on Instagram or Facebook if you want to be part of it there. And if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and check out all of these videos that I've made especially for you to transform your confidence and your life. This is Vikram signing off, and I'll see you in the next session.